Hello, good morning. My name is Collette. Welcome to the channel. This is my allotment plot. And this is my other plot. We've had a bit of a disaster of a week, if I'm honest with you. It's been a week of entirely extreme weather. And I've had some fairly big problems based on that. So we have a slightly different list. Yeah. You will see that said list is entitled "This Stuff That Broke During the Week from How and Now Needs to Be Fixed," which is about the only way I could sum it up. It's a little bit long, but I like it as titles go. Fix the brassica cage to the ground. This is how I found the brassica cage the day that we had the strong winds. Now, just to clarify, so today is the 15th of May. It's the week that we've had all the variations of weather. We've had sun, frost, hail, heavy rain, strong winds. We've had it all. Yeah, so the brassica cage, that's how I found that. So I am going to need to stake that down. I need to buy tomato plants. They died. The cucumber plants also died, all in that polytunnel. Replant everything in the polytunnel. Can't do that yet because I haven't got the tomato plants. Tie down the broad beans, I will do that. They got a bit floppy in the wind, so we're due more this week. I will do that. Tie in the daisies, I've actually done that one day in the week. The greenhouse, blue, 2 side panels and a roof panel. Need to do that. That'll actually be a tomorrow job. Dave will have to help me with that one. I have got some sheet metal cut down though, so that we can brace it a bit better because it takes a real battering from one side because we're really exposed. Tape up holes in the back of the polytunnel. So quick fix that one, isn't it? Again, I actually need the tape from Dave's van, so I will do that tomorrow. Buy some marigolds for the greenhouse because we are fighting an aphid problem in the greenhouse. I've also bought some spring onions because apparently they don't like the smell of those too. And on top of the aphid problem in the greenhouse, I have a serious flea beetle problem on all of the beds. Neither of those necessarily caused by the weather, but a problem nonetheless. That has been quite the intro to today's list, hasn't it? I'm going to start on plot 2. I am going to work my way just casually through the plot as I go. I'm going to plant some things in and do the kind of jobs that need doing as I get to them, because I think that's the easiest way to rectify the situation. Where to begin? Brassica cage. We'll begin there. So I am thinking softwood tree stake. That is what I have bought. I use them for dahlias. I'm going to wedge that down in all 4 corners on the outside and then screw it in. Where's my hammer? Yeah, so this went flying across the allotment. Is this actually straight? I do. How much of that is in the ground? Not a lot. Bigger hammer. That'll do. Here is hoping that now won't go anywhere. Right, next job. We do have one more problem actually over here in this area of the allotment, and that is the dead marigolds. So they died in the frost. We will get them up. I have new ones to plant out. I will bring those down tomorrow. Shall we leave you? We'll leave you. There's going to be a lot of stuff in the, what I'm going to refer to as the dead bucket as we go around. Because a lot of stuff is dead. Right, that is, however, this area sorted for the minute. And then just a little way up here from the brassica cage is where I plan to put some sweet corn. In an ideal world, I wanted these to go out last weekend, but then obviously the weather showed that we were getting some rather horrible weather, so I didn't. These need to go out. They need to go out. So they're going to go in here. I've got two different types. These are Fiesta and a Gold Crest. So one of these is actually a popping corn. My daughter, she loves popcorn, so we're going to dry these and use them as popcorn. And the other are your usual yellows. So they're going to go two different spaces on the plot so they don't cross-pollinate. And the first lot are going to go in this bed. I think we will go with, yeah, see, some of them aren't too bad. I think we will go with the regular sweet corns down this end. Some of them are a bit worse, look. But there was no way I was going to plant them out in the lead up to that really cold spell of weather. We should be, hopefully, about clear of it now. Cool. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, it's like the sweet pea situation all over again, isn't it? Please don't do what the sweet peas did. The sweet peas are actually not looking too bad. Can you see the ones behind me? I can't see. You can, just. Right, let's get these in the ground and continue working our way through the allotment plot of despair. It gets worse. We haven't got to any of the worst bits yet. The brassica cage was the least of the trouble, to be honest with you. Right, there's a little bit of weeding in here. I'm going to get a little bit of weeding done, get these in. Do you like to give them all a good drowning? The sweet corns are in, half of them. I have given the sweet peas and the onions in that bed a bit of a water. I have watered the carrots and the parsnips. And that means I have made it down as far as the kind of naturey area and the trees and bits. This just needs a really good weed. It's kind of just got a little bit, not neglected is not the right word, but overlooked. It's been overlooked. I do have though, let me show you, hang on. Can you see in here? These are black currants coming up. Yes, so I've had half the plot over to come and look at my tomatoes, to come and look at what were my tomatoes. I shall show you the devastation that the frost has caused in the polytunnel. Who cried because the tomatoes died? yeah, I did that. Let me show you what happened. Welcome to the polytunnel of death. Cucumbers, there's the tomatoes, more tomatoes, and the other cucumbers. So I'm about to pull it all up. I have ordered new ones. Here's where we're at with the list so far, actually. So I have got new ones and things on order. They're going to be a week till they get here, which prevents me at least from planting anything else out in here. You're going to help pull up the tomatoes? Yes. Let's get these pulled up. I promise not to cry again. Right, the greenhouse is empty and it's just starting to rain again. So I have just left all the bits and pieces, the strings and everything, all along the top. The basil is still in. I'm going to just pluck off the bits that look the most damaged. But other than that, the polytunnel is clear. Right, let's get these ones in the ground. Yeah, I totally had a cry about the tomatoes. I'd had a bit of a bad morning in my defence already, and then I came up here at like 7 o'clock on the second of the cold nights, and yeah, I just took one look in that polytunnel and I just walked back out again. It is what it is, I guess. This definitely wasn't what I was saying in the week, but yeah. And other than the devastation so far, these are the potatoes. I have very quickly just made up a second one of these raised beds. I'm going to go and tuck that away on plot 2, and one of tomorrow's jobs will be to get these filled up with some of the mud from the shared pile and a bit of compost over in their spot by the rhubarb bed. So that is that done. I'm thinking I'm about done now on things that have caused a catastrophe over on plot 2, and I'm going to start working on plot 1. I need to look at the dahlias and then the contents of the greenhouse, which actually fared okay. The greenhouse itself, not so much. Let me pop this on plot 2 and then I'll have a little greenhouse walk through. The issue that we've had is these panes over on this side have blown inwards. I think where there's just a lot of flexibility in them, they have moved in the wind. So I have had one of the guys at work make me some sort of metal strips, which we are going to reinforce the greenhouse with tomorrow. Shall I do the greenhouse? No. No. I'm going to faff on the rest of plot 1. No, I'm going to do the greenhouse. Oh, I'm so conflicted. Bugger it, let's do the greenhouse. Welcome to the greenhouse, where just about everything has survived. Dare I say it? So do you see this? All these curly leaves? This is greenfly, aphids. So I'm going to try the natural route and put in things that they don't like and remove some of the things that they really like, i.e. the lettuce. Yeah, I definitely think we found the source of the greenfly. Can I get it to focus? Yeah. This is where the lettuce was. What on earth do I do about getting rid of these? They are everywhere. Having found the greenfly nest, I have just covered it over and called it a day because I need to kind of know what to do with that. In the meantime, I'm going to go over to Mr. Brussels' plot because 2 reasons. Number 1, I'm going to burgle some rhubarb. Number 2, Becky has bought Mr. Brussels a new garden gnome. Not just any garden gnome, but one that looks just like him. She had to send his picture in and he's just found it on his plot where she hid it. So I'm going to go over and look at the gnome. There he is. Where's your gnome friend?
Oh, he's here.
I need you to hold him up so that I can see the likeness.
His boat is stuck.
We've come to nick your rhubarb. Mr. Brussels doesn't like rhubarb, and yet he grows the most magnificent set of rhubarb I've ever seen. Look at this. Here are my beans. We're here now for day 2 of fixing stuff on the allotment that broke. I'm kind of including the beans into that because my plan on these and when I planted them was that they were going to go out last weekend. And obviously they didn't go out because of all this bad weather that we've had. So I have the beans with me today. Some will go over here on plot 2. There are a few for plot 1. I'm going to tinker around and get a few things done on plot 2. I'm just waiting for Dave to get here in order to get this greenhouse fixed. Once he has kind of done that, we will head back over there to investigate the greenfly situation and the flea beetle situation, which I think just about clears up the stuff on the stuff that broke list. I've put planting up the polytunnel back onto the May list, and we will do that once the tomato plants get delivered. In the meantime, I think we ought to get some beans out. I think we ought to get some beans untangled. Noisy is here and he is now fixing the greenhouse, and I have got the beans out here, giving them a water, and then what I'm going to do is just dot, like, I think 2 of these Belotti ones down here, just to allow for, I don't know, one for me, one for the mice, one for the slugs. Maybe I should put 3 in. You can get out of that, thank you. But you know what? Beans are just so pretty. So, as I was over the other side of the site, Tony, who is the lady that keeps horses and brings the horse poo down, saw me going through the communal like soil area and was like, oh, don't take that, take a load of this. And she's got loads on her plot there that's sort of sort of mushed down. So I've had 4 wheelbarrows of that in these little beds. I've topped this one up with some compost. I'm about to do the same with this one. And then in the week, what I will do is I will go down and I'll get some of the rotted down manure bags just to give these a final little top up. And they should be ready then for pumpkins. And I have something exciting to show you too. Bear with. So these here are my artichokes. Now, these have moved from plot 1 to plot 2. They also sat in plot 1 for about 3 months in a bucket because I didn't really have anywhere to put them. I planted them out, still not really having anywhere to put them. And then when I got plot 2, I put them up over here, put them in over here. So I wasn't really sure what they were going to do. But look. I've got an artichoke. Not only do I have one, I've got 2. 2. Right, I think I'm about done over on plot 2, but I just want to sow some Swedes. I'm going to sow a couple of those in the empty bed on this plot. And then we'll head over onto plot 1. Dave has now finished up. I have a greenhouse that is not falling apart, and that just about finishes off the list. Bar the flea beetles and the aphids. That's what we're going to go work on. I'm going to sow the Swede, go and sort out the bug issues. There we are. Sow in May and June. Direct sow or plant outdoors. Sow thinly, 1 centimetre deep in drills. Doesn't matter because we are not doing them in multiple rows. Another one that says sow thinly. How many seeds do we get? done, labels. Well done, me. And then the other thing I have is this. I've got 3 of these from Temu. And I'm hoping that this will be sufficient for kind of a couple of brassicas that might go over on this plot that won't be in the brassica cage. Oh my God. Hang on. What the heck? Is that meant to come off? Sorry, I didn't want any teeth left anyway. So hopefully I can kind of put this in and it goes most of the way across. Right, let's give it a go. So we've made it over onto plot 1, where we have the flea beetle issue. I need to coat everything brassica related in a good layer of neem oil. The green fly issue in the greenhouse, and then a little bit of planting out to do. So these are the baby corn that I bought up yesterday. They are going in a bed over here, and the green beans that were part of the big bundle of beans, they are going up the arches on this plot. I think I'm going to start with the bits out here in the beds, and then we'll work our way into the greenhouse. Right, I have had you on charge in the greenhouse. While you've been in there, I have planted up the second little set of beans. I've given the entire of plot 1 a good water. What else did I do? Tied in the broad beans. So they're all tied in and they're all done. So I think we've ticked off almost everything off the list, bar the green fly situation here. Oh, I did put some neem oil as well over on my brassicas, so we'll see if that helps with the flea beetle situation. I have marigolds. I'm going to plant some marigolds out in here and some spring onions, some more peppers and chilies that I have bought back from home. So these are like the spares. So I'll have a look through it, kind of what my favourites, break that. And do you know, I have far too many leeks, so I'm going to throw a few leeks in here too. Not really for the purposes of getting an actual crop from them, but just, again, for the deterring the bugs that I don't want in here. So I think we're going to get on with that. It is a bit of a nightmare to record in here because there's not much space, so we'll see where we can put you. I think this video is most likely to be the most random video that I have ever completed. However, I think we've just about done the list. We've still got lots to do, which is fine. I'm going to close up now. I don't doubt I will be back in the week for aphid patrol in the greenhouse and a whole lot of watering, because we are due some very, very warm weather, which I'm hoping the plants appreciate. Plot 1 seriously needs weeding, so that is going to need to be done. Although I do believe endless weeding is on May's list. And so I have re-put on there planting up in the polytunnel because, well, we're going to have to do that again, aren't we? In the meantime, have a wonderful week, and should see you again fairly soon. Thank you for watching.